Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Connor Updike. Today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the December 19th board meeting. It might have been the final meeting of 2017, but there was plenty of work to be done to finalize many contracts and agreements heading into the new year. LifeScan Wellness Center will conduct annual physicals for Polk County firefighters under a new 5-year agreement that was approved at Tuesday's meeting with Life Extension Clinics. Under the agreement, the group will provide cancer screening, cardiac testing, and heavy metal testing for special operations employees. The contract, which will cover about 450 to 500 staff members, will cost about $203,500. The board approved stop-loss reinsurance for the Employee Medical Health Care Plan and Employee Assistance Program services for a combined annual expense of about $476,894. In working to plan for the future of Polk's water supply, the board approved a contract with Gulf Properties to purchase land for a future water plant facility and transmission line.
The item for the county this morning for the Board of County Commissioners to consider was the purchase of a 30-acre site along with a 40-foot utility easement, all lying north of State Road 60 around the Boy Scout Road area. This site will allow the county to, if purchased, will allow the county to move forward with the construction of a potable water facility to refine the water from the southeast well fields lying south of 60 for the distribution of water that will be needed for the future growth of Polk County.
The board approved a piggyback agreement with TC Delivers for utility billing services. The company would conduct billing for both mailed and online billing for the county's 65,000 customers for about $394,000 through 2021. A lease purchase agreement with Motorola for about $3.8 million to replace the county's 800 megahertz radio system microwave equipment and to build a tower site in Winter Haven. This was determined to be the best available loan option for the county. In other news, the board also recognized 6 employees for their continued service to the county, which included Jennifer Lane Cooper, an accountant 2 in the Health and Human Services Division, for 20 years of service. Ellery B. Farmer, a driver and engineer for Polk County Fire Rescue, for 20 years of service. Laurie E. Hardiman, a senior programmer in the Information Technology Division, for 20 years of service. Kendal C. Rawlings, a building inspector 2 in the Building Division, for 20 years of service. Mark Jackson, the director for Tourism, Sports, and Marketing Division, for 25 years of service. Thomas Pierce, a senior development review specialist in the Land Development Division, for 30 years of service. The board proclaimed January 2018 as the 50th anniversary of Agriculture and Labor Program Incorporated. Al Miller, representing the organization, accepted the proclamation.
Well, our agency was founded about 50 years ago by Coca-Cola Corporation as an experiment to better the lives of their farm workers. Since that time, we have grown into a $70 to $20 million statewide nonprofit corporation that provides services to low-income families and individuals. In Polk County alone, we have provided probably close to $2 million in direct services in the last 12 months. We provide such services as job training, electrical assistance with electrical payments for both low income and for elderly. We do have a housing counseling program that we're working up. We do a program called Family Self-Sufficiency, which is a program where we assign a caseworker to an individual and we help them get through training so they can then move into a better paying or into a new job. So we're just kind of a social service agency that been here for 50 years, hope to be here for another 50 years.
A settlement agreement was approved by the board Tuesday to pay about $54,000 to repair a railroad crossing arm that was damaged in an incident involving a Polk County Sheriff's Office vehicle. A resolution that sets policy guidelines for how the county would foreclose on code enforcement liens was approved by the board. The board voted to reappoint Samuel L. Garber, Carl Edward Lark Jr., Rob Pierce, David Pierce, Marvin Hammer, Ralph Price, John W. Scott, and Les Pickett to the Contractor Licensing Board for a 3-year term that ends in December 2020. Board members often serve on other community boards throughout the year. During Tuesday's meeting, those member and liaison assignments were ratified. In public hearings. During the afternoon session, the board had several public hearings on a variety of items. Those items up for consideration included: in a 3-2 vote on each of 4 agenda items, the board denied a large-scale comprehensive plan amendment, a land development code text amendment, a change to a proposed change to the Four Corners Town Center development of Regional Impact Development Order, and an amendment to an existing development order for the Four Corners Town Center on a 114-acre property in the Ronald Reagan Parkway Selected Area Plan off of US 27. The board approved a conditional use request for the mining of about 150,000 cubic yards of fill dirt from a 113-acre property north of Davenport. The mining of the dirt is to prepare the site for the construction of a 1,335,000 square feet of warehouse and distribution facility. The board voted to give its members a slight raise, bringing their annual salary to $43,905. The board approved a resolution that provides notice of intent to utilize the uniform method for the levy, collection and enforcement of non-ad-valorem assessments. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. Tuesday, January 9th. I'm Connor Updike. Thanks for watching.